The problem is a political one, eminently political, because we have to be able to tell our citizens, our fellow citizens, that there is a change. It's a big change, but a change that we can deal with. And then afterwards, we're going to be much more independent and much stronger, and we're going to be masters of our own future to a greater extent. So that, in a nutshell, is how I would introduce this conference. What will our energy sources be in the future? How can humankind survive in such a future which is coming ever closer? Answers to these questions are complex. We need some in-depth study and analysis. And once the analysis has been applied, of course, one of the answers may be linked to hydrogen-based fuels. It will help us prepare for the world's future. It will help us see how we can take the best of the ideas out there and adapt them to circumstances in Bulgaria, and to the extent that we can do so, it will help us make a contribution to the world's future, insofar as we can do that. The European Union and the world as a whole must look at all possibilities which will facilitate the tapping of new energy sources and help us guarantee the future. What we're talking about are fossil fuels. As you know, these are running out. That's the nub of the matter. What we have to do is to save the natural world by adopting new technologies and doing, insofar as we can, everything to make best use of renewable energies. The energy challenge that Bulgaria faces is one that we look at through three viewpoints. Firstly, we're somewhat reassured because Bulgaria will tackle these challenges as an equal member of the EU. Some salient points. First of all, an increase of energy demand over the next 10 years is predicted at about 2.1%. Fossil fuels are thought to be likely to cover a major part of that demand in the years to come. Biofuels are produced at about 1 million barrels per day compared to oil, which is more like 85 million barrels per day. So we feel that the rate of demand is likely to increase at 2 to 3 million barrels per day up to 2017. At Gela, we have focused our effort on indigenous algae. In other words, what we've done is to take algae that are not contaminated by the surrounding environment. We've looked at certain species, chlorella and Chernodesmus, which microalgae, which our study has looked closely at. We've got about a hectare of land taken up by the cultivation system at the moment, and the entire plant will come on stream in October 2009. The overall costs that we have occurred is about €5 million for the plant. In terms of the ultimate objectives of our research, we want technically to demonstrate the process. We've tabled applications for a number of patents this year, and at the moment, I can't detail all this, we are going to apply for a major patent probably next week, which gives a better description of the entire process of cultivating microalgae up to the oil extraction phase. The three goals of the project are to demonstrate firstly the entire process, and then we want to analyse it in economic terms. We need to show that X is the cost of a litre of bio oil, and this is how it compares to the other products on the market. Here are some economic details concerning the project. You've got the date in 2005 when it was initially proposed. What's important to note is that it was proposed in 2005 and it's been running for a year now, 2 years left, and I would like to emphasize that it feeds into the whole debate about sustainability criteria. What we've discovered and what's being done in Europe can be taken as best practice. But we need to see whether that's consistent with all the stability or sustainability criteria that the European Parliament is looking at in some considerable detail now. In order to save CO2, we've got to take into account the fossil fuels that may have been used to produce the tractor which is used to cultivate rapeseed. So all these indirect costs have to be factored in. We've also looked at sustainability criteria which are very general, and these are things that can be copied because you've got good practice.
Education for sustainable development that will run till 2014. And this decade places education at the heart of sustainable development and encourages governments worldwide to integrate this important issue into mainstream school curricula. Scientists with a high level of knowledge in the area, those with PhD and master science, will become a catalyst in promoting further technologies development, costs decreasing, and increased use of renewable energy sources. Possibilities are available for high-level education and training. Education means and tools are needed for low-level education, bachelor level, and technicians. Means to raise the society awareness on positive aspects of renewable energy use are needed.